In this box, I have a bunch of Hot Wheels miscellaneous cars, actually, that I got at the 4th of July. They had kind of a flea market type thing going on downtown in Walton, so on the 4th of July. So I got these, and so now we're going to go through and look at them, and I'm going to move the box out of the way so that I have at least a little bit of room to I gotta figure out how to do this because I know the lamp's gonna fall over again. I gotta finish everything I need to do at that table so I can have my table back. Anyway, we'll start off with this. This is some kind of Ford. How's the lighting look? I've got all the lights on. So I've got this little Ford Mustang. That's what this is. It's an old early 80s Mustang. Right? Yep. Ford Mustang Cobra. This one happens to be a Corgi. So, you know, it's a Corgi, so it's not one of the super nice Corgis. This is a lower priced Corgi, but it's got Dodgers on the hood, and I imagine that's what that used to say, is Dodgers. But the little hatch opens on the back. I thought that was cool. That's what made me decide to get this, was that the whole back hatch opened. I thought that was cool. And it's also, I don't know what this white thing's for here. It's got a trailer hitch down here. I'll probably cut this white thing off. That white thing is supposed to keep your trailer on, but all of my trailers will fit on there without jumping off. So I got that little Mustang. Next, let's go with a 32 Ford, or it's got a number 34 on the side, and it is kind of a light purple color. This is an old Hot Wheels. This is, I don't know if this is originally from 1979, but that's what the copyright is on the bottom of it. And it's from about that time, but I don't know exactly. It's missing the headlights, but other than that, it looks pretty good. For, you know, it's got some chips on it, but I'll probably leave it like that, but it would be a good one to customize if I wanted to. But that one I'm just going to leave. Now we've got a Pontiac Solstice. And I bought this because I don't have any Solstices. There's no Pontiac logos on it, but if you know anything about Pontiacs, this is obviously a Pontiac. And it's got kind of fancy looking wheels on it. The body is plastic, and I think the base is too. But there's something in here that makes this car feel kind of heavy. At one time it might have done something, but like I said, there's no Pontiac logos on it. But there's the bottom of it. It's got a transformer on it. Jazz. I assume that would be the Transformers name. I don't remember this one from Transformers. But let's move right along here. I've never been real sure what this thing is. It's a Hot Wheels car from the 80s. 1984, I think that says. I've never been real sure what this thing is, and I've always wondered what possessed them to create this. I've got a red one, and it looks just as odd. My red one, I've painted the headlights on it, but other than that, it looks the same. You know, I think this one looks better because it's got the canvas painted top on it. I like those stripes on the side of it too. Oh, I just noticed this car has 3 windshield wipers on it. Kind of like that Toyota SUV that I see going down the road today. Here we've got an old car, dune buggy type thing, kind of Baja dune buggy racer, and it's got a kind of an odd looking back end for this car. It's missing the back axle, but I bought this car because it's an older car and I think I've got back wheels for this, and if they don't match these, I'll take these out and put new ones in it anyway, because I like this era of some of the Hot Wheels cars were built like this. See that little slot? You just put the axle under that slot, and that's how it stays in there. So it's got a number 22 Bell and Goodyear. And this is, I'm looking for the brand. It's a very small logo. Looks like Fast 111s. I don't know, that's what it looked like to me. Kenner Productions, Cincinnati, Ohio, 1980. I don't know. Next, let's look at one of my favorites in the box because it's kind of funny. This is a Plymouth Voyager emergency rescue car. And I don't know why, but I just think that's kind of funny that they chose a Plymouth Voyager to be the rescue car, but that's obviously what it is. Plymouth Voyager / Dodge Caravan, whatever. It's only got seats in the front, there's no seats in the back. Okay, it's not going to show up for some reason. But there's only seats in the front. It might be a Dodge, it's got the crosshair grille. But regardless of what it is, it's a minivan rescue vehicle. Doesn't say anything on the bottom, so I can't clarify for sure. I'll stick with Voyager. Here we go. Here's something a little different. This is a Chevrolet Celebrity, I think is what this is supposed to be. That's what I gathered from pictures on the internet. I thought, well, I think it looks like a Celebrity, but I thought maybe I was remembering it wrong, so I looked it up on the internet, this Chevy Celebrity, and I found a couple cars that looked like this, and I don't remember what year this one is, but anyway, it's a United Airlines car. It's got their logo on the hood and a 02 on the top. It's a two-door, but it is a Celebrity, I think. There's no brand at all on the bottom of it, but the back end looks kind of funny with no paint on it. Got another Celebrity. See, they look just the same. Especially in the front, they look the same. And in the back too. I'm reaching over my lamp. That's part of my problem. Yeah, for the most part, they're about the same. So now we've got the Sport Racing Celebrity. So we've got an airlines Celebrity and a racing Celebrity. Motor power, number 35. Super speed. No kiss on the trunk. And this one does not have anything on the bottom of it either, except for made in China. And since everything nowadays is made in China, we could have probably figured that out. Let's look at something that I've been looking at this since I got it and still haven't figured out what it is. I thought from the cab it was a Dodge, and it's got a Ram logo on the hood. But if you turn it over and look at the bottom, the chassis, it says Ford Motor Company. So I know that's not right. And then I thought, well, it's missing the grill. Maybe this is the wrong chassis. But this says One Bad Ride on the tonneau cover there. If you look on the chassis there, you have onebadride.com and then their logo there again. And it doesn't say anywhere what it is. You know, it just says Ford Motor Company there. So I don't know what's up with that, but it's got a Ram logo on the hood. My dad and I agreed that the interior, I probably won't be able to show it there. You can kind of see the red on the interior. The dash display is set up like a Chevy, because it looked like the interior on my dad's truck. The dash display did. So we've got a Ram cab, a Chevy interior, and a Ford bed. So I think this truck bed looks like. It's a cool truck, regardless of what it is. The back wheels are loose, but I need to tighten this rear screw. So it seems like it'll roll pretty nice after I fix that, though. I probably got some kind of Dodge grill that'll fit on that. Let's look at something else. Oh dear, I lost the windows. I think this is a Chevy pickup. I don't know, there's no markings at all or body lines that tell me what it is. Except for on the cab you can kind of see a body line on it that reminds me of a Chevy. I think this is a Chevy truck. I've got the windows, I guess, they fell down inside the cab. I'll fix that later. They probably just stick to that post that's in there. Had some sort of cover on it because it's got a post coming up from the chassis there. And I'm sure you're not supposed to be able to see through the back of it. No camo on the back. The grill is just a generic grill. Just camo on the hood and the sides. We got this dragon thing here. I don't know what that is. It says AK-47 on the back. Maybe there was a gunner at the top of it. I don't know. I'm not real sure about that one. Here's another Chevy pickup. This one's a step side. It's like a 70s Chevy by the front of it. Mid to late 70s. We've got Race Team 6 4-wheel drive turbo. Missing some paint. The hood's good, but the rest of the truck is missing some paint. And the rear bumper. Bought this truck because I thought the grill would work for a Yatming truck that I have that doesn't have the grill. But it fits, it's the same size, but my Yatming grill has a Chevy emblem in the front of it, so that's not the exact same grill. So I'm still looking on that. Here's a promotional car from the 1980s. This would be a Matchbox car. Super fast, it says. Chevy. Pro Stocker, that's what I thought it said. And then we got 1986. And this was promoting the Halley's Comet Welcome Back 1985-1986. I like little cars like this, you know, promotional stuff like this. So there you go, the big Halley's Comet on the front there. That won't come around again for a long, long time. So the Comet I'm talking about. And here we've got a, looks like a Fairlady Z, but I don't know if that's what it is or not. It's missing a headlight, so it's got a big hole in it. It's got the stickers on it. There's a Z, so I bet that's what it is. Doors open on this car. That one doesn't, they don't close real good, but they open. There's the back of it. This is, oh yeah, there you go. Fair Lady. This one's made by Xylem-X. Xylem-X is an older company. I like Xylem. They, the cars seem to hold together pretty good if they're, you know, not absolutely destroyed. Here I've got a Matchbox tractor, and only reason I bought this is because it's an old Matchbox. It's from 1976. They called this a tractor shovel. So it obviously had a scoop on the front there. The back wheels need some help. Oh, and the front one's got Play-Doh or something on it, but I've got newer Matchbox wheels that'll work on this. There's not even a back tire on this one. But there's that one. Got a van. If you've been with me in the channel for a while, you know I love vans. Here we've got, looks like a Dodge. Just the grill looks like a Dodge. I don't know what it is. There we've got that stripe on the side of it there. A porthole window. No paint job or anything on it, but we've got a door handle. And I still don't know what exactly this is. I think it's a Dodge. Again, nothing on the bottom. Here's a nice, I think this was a Corgi, right? Yeah. This is a Corgi Alf 800 pumper. ALF pumper truck. And this one's for Boston Fire Department. I don't understand. Corgi makes nice stuff like this, and then this car is like half the weight of this fire truck. But there's the back of it. Got all the hoses in it and the hose reel. It's missing the top of the cab and the windshield, but it still looks like a nice model. Let's go with this. This is a 1935 Cadillac from Hot Wheels. Judging by the wheel style and the white walls, this would be probably an original Hot Wheels car. Yeah, from 1981. I'd say this is probably an original one. And it's got the windshield still, so that's a they look good when they've still got the windshield on it. You know, they look kind of funny with the windshield broke off, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Needs a new paint job on it, or I've figured out how to make the scratched up chips in the paint look rusty. I might do that. Might be a rat rod type of Cadillac, but whatever I decide to do with it, there it is. I guess I better hurry the video along here, because it's at 19 minutes right now. Here we've got a Mitsubishi, I think. It's let's see, Racing Champions. Where are we? 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse. I wasn't sure what the model was, I just knew it was a Mitsubishi. And it's got nice wheels on it. There's the back of it. Got this tow truck. It's easy to make a hook for the tow trucks out of bend up a paper clip and then just cut off the extra metal on the paper clip. So I think this will probably end up being a very good tow truck because the cab is metal and the back's plastic, so it's got weight in the front of it. And then the way the boom for the tow hook hangs out over the back of it, it should work pretty good. You know, it won't tip back like that unless I put something too big on it. It's got a police badge on the side of it here. I don't know what kind of truck this is. It's some kind of foreign truck. It's not an American truck. Or if it is, I don't recognize it. Nothing on the bottom except for made in China. Here we've got two old Tootsie toys. I try to pick these up whenever I see them. This one's got the moon eyes on the hood. It's moon equipped. It's had some fights with water. It looks like it's the die cast on this one's pretty corroded. But it's got a tow hook on it, tow hitch on it. Dune buggy type of car. Does it say something on the door there? No, I guess that was just the paint bubbles made it look like it said something. I can't really see what it says. I have A and then UN. I'm sure it said dune buggy. The A I don't know about, but the last two lines probably said dune buggy. Here we've got a Mercedes. I know what this is. Big Mercedes convertible. Got a Mercedes logo on the hood. I've never seen this Tootsie toy before, so when I saw this one I thought I better get that. The moon eyes one I've seen before, I just haven't picked it up. This says Tootsie toy, but it didn't say anything else. Here we've got a DHL box truck. No doors on it, but oh well. This is a Matchbox truck. Looks like a Mitsubishi. That's what that logo is. That's what the truck looks like too. But on the bottom you'll notice it just says delivery truck. Let's see. Got some Maisto Tonka trucks here. Or Maisto, however you want to say it. This is a Ford F350 Super Duty. There's the front of it. Just says Tonka, and then we've got this striped paint job down here. It's got a gooseneck hole in the bed, as well as a trailer hitch. I don't know why it's got yellow tail lights, but whatever. Got another Tonka here, Tonka SWAT. And we've got the Cool Patrol SWAT Division, radio dispatch, and then Unit 1 up there on the front there. There's the back. And the bottom just says search truck. Here we've got a Matchbox truck. I never have been able to figure out what this is. But this one says fire and rescue. It's got a tree with a plus sign on fire on the door. So it's kind of an emergency type truck. It's got wood in the back. Looks like it might be a bench. Maybe a troop carrying truck. Or, you know, whatever. I think that's what they call this. That might be why that sticks in my mind. Yeah, troop carrier. I figured when I said that, that had to have stuck in my mind for some reason. Another old Matchbox. This one's not super old. This one's maybe the 80s. This one's not real old. Oh, here. Oh, 1998. Okay. This probably doesn't say what it is. Scissor truck. Yeah, I know it's a scissor lift. I was going to show you guys that. That's why I bought it. I thought that was cool. Whatever scissor lifts up is missing, but the lift itself is there. This is a Ford. I know that. And I don't know what that logo is there. Another Matchbox. This is a Corvette. I like this style of Matchbox when they have the real bright colors like that. I think that looks cool. There's the back of it, Corvette, obviously. It's missing the windshield. There's the bottom of it. 1987 Corvette. Got another Corvette in here we'll look at. Also missing the windshield. And this one has been painted white. I can see in some places where it appears to have been yellow at one time or another. And I can just vaguely see a Chevy bow tie on the door there. There you can see on the bottom it's yellow. This is also a 87 Corvette. This is the original one. This one I think is a little newer than that. The release of the toy car, I mean. They're both 87 Corvettes, but I think that this black one here is a little newer. Let's go with this. This looks fancy. Like the wheels on this. It's a Buick. Fairly new Buick, it looks like. All the Buicks now look kind of sporty to me. Pretty good. I like the wheels on it. There goes my lamp. There, I fixed it. What is it? I know it's a Buick. 2000. Oh, 2000 Buick LaCrosse. I don't know if that's a 2000 or not. That looks like a fairly new design for the Buick. Fairly modern car, but I just thought it was newer than that, but whatever. Here we've got a Volkswagen Beetle. A Rally Beetle with I'd say with those wheels and tires on it. This one's a Mountain Dew sponsored car. Okay, and this is the Golden Wheels. Here we go. Here's a Ferrari. And it's missing the top, but the top is in the interior here. So I can just super glue it back on. This is, I think, from the 80s, and it's got a plastic body on it, so that's how the top got tore off of it. What's it say? Oh, 77. Okay. Maybe I've forgotten some of my release years for the Hot Wheels. The front on this looks Buick. The side of this, I don't know. What's that say? Buick. It's got a Buick emblem on it. I can't see what to say on the bottom. 2003 Buick Centime Concept by Maisto. Must have been a Buick set. That's the other Buick I got. And I got an old Racing Champions car. It's a Bill Elliott car for melling oil pumps. Melling oil pumps. There's the front of it, little Thunderbird. I've got this car in the package over here. This is from 1989. And I've got this car. The car is hanging up on the wall right there. Just a few more to go here, so if you're still watching, hang in there. Got an Auburn that has been stripped of most of its paint. No headlights, no windshield. So this could be a good parts car or a good car to customize. But anyway, this is a Auburn 852. Hot Wheels released this in 1978, and I'd say it's been around since then. Most of Hot Wheels Auburns had brown fenders on them like this, whether they were red like that one or yellow. Here's an old car. I'm not sure what it is. It's got the boat tail on it like an Auburn. And from the top it kind of looks like the Auburn, but that's not an Auburn front end. I don't know what this is, but it looked like a neat car, so I got it. It doesn't say on the bottom. There's another mystery car in here. Let me find it. Yeah. This is an old car as well. This might be a Bugatti, like a 37 or something. The grille's not exactly right, but the body of the car looks like a Bugatti. The spare tire on the back is rubber. About the nicest thing on the car. I like the colors though, the seafoam and brown fenders. I hear this one at least lists a toy brand. Summer, made in China. This one doesn't even say that. A Ford rally car, it looks like, with Pirelli tires, sponsored by Pirelli, and it's got a bunch of Ford logos on it. It's got a louvered rear window. This is a 1988 Ford RS200 by Matchbox. This could be a number of different things. It says Spider on the windshield, and it slipped out of my hand. It's a Matchbox car. Oh, this is way different than what I thought it was. This is a Mitsubishi 3000 GT Spider. It says Spider on the door. Here we go. Old American muscle car. Cool. It's got a red hood on it. It's a 442, I think. I think that's what it is. It's a 442. But whoever had this before painted it. Looks like it was blue at one time. It's got a red hood, black. The rest of it's all black. Now let's see if I'm right. What is this? Yep, hey there, 442. Here's a Matchbox car. There's a BMW. I think. BMW Z8. I'm pretty good at that. I don't know very many of my foreign cars. Oh shoot. I forgot to look this up. I know it's a Pontiac. This was a prototype Pontiac. They never actually made this. I've got another one of these somewhere, and I could not for the life of me remember what this prototype was called. It says Pontiac on the back there, which I knew that before I saw the back of it. Unfortunately, it does not say on the bottom. That's upsetting because I was going to look that up and so that I knew what that was called. I seem to have forgotten a little bit of my Pontiac knowledge. Here we've got rapid delivery. This is the Ford, I want to say 9,000, 8,000 maybe. It's what they said in the grill. The real ones did. This one probably doesn't even say Ford on it anywhere. Nope, just 1981 Mattel Incorporated. Most of the chromes wore off this one. Got a rapid delivery arrow. This truck originally had a stake bed on it that dumped backwards. Let's go with a Ford pickup. There's the front of it. Looks like a 150, I would say. Oh, these are those silly Fords. The beds are real short on them. I think that's what this is. Just says F-150. I don't know. Number, don't care. There, Ford F-150. It doesn't say. Seems like these were the ones that, there was a Ford truck that had a really short bed on it. My Uncle Steve has one. And they're pretty pointless, the better those trucks are. There's a Motor Max. So this was a Motor Max. Here's another Ford. This one's got a sunroof in it. I don't think this one did. Nope. This was Ford's attempt at a step side, a modern step side, and it wasn't real practical, but I like the rear ends on these trucks, the way the bumper comes around the back here. It's got a Ford logo. It's a FX4. Yep, 2004 Ford X4 by Maisto, or however you want to say it. So now we've got a Mercedes Matchbox car, it looks like. Let me try to scoot my lamp a little closer here. Got a some kind of foreign license plate on it, big long one. I like Matchbox cars when they're detailed like this. It's a 2005 Mercedes-Benz CLS 500. And we've got a Ford convertible. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it's a Ford. A Ford Street KA. Maybe this was just a prototype type of thing. Although for some reason this looks familiar. Maybe I've seen one of those and just wasn't sure what it was. Because now that I look at the body lines on that car, for some reason they look familiar. Here we go. A Hot Wheels car. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a 4-door car. Maybe a Chevy. Looks like it might be a Chevy. Just says 1990 Hot Wheels. Got a Hot Wheels logo on the back window. Yeah, I'm not real sure what it is. Some kind of Chevy, I think. Here we've got a big coffin with a motor in front of it. This is from the 30th anniversary of Hot Wheels. You can see the little 30 right there. This one's got the grill and the skulls on it. I've got one of these, but it doesn't have that. There's a bat and a big hot rod motor. It's got the old style wheels on it. From 1994. The rigger motor. Couldn't remember what they called that. There it is. Got one of the 30th anniversary rigger motors. Got a Kenworth. What is it pulling for? TriStar Motorsports Incorporated. So it probably pulled some kind of racing trailer at one time. For once it's got the sticker on both sides still. Usually the sticker's tore off one side. 1989 Racing Champions. Got another truck here. This might be a Kenworth, it might be a Peterbilt. I don't know. I like big semi-trucks like this, but when they're a little toy truck like this, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell exactly what they are. This one's got a big sleeper cab on it. I guess that one does too, but this one's a little bigger. It's got some stripes on it. This one's built really nice. It's all metal. It doesn't say anywhere on it, but I think this is probably a Xylomax just because of the way it's built. And I've got another Xylomax semi-truck and it's built pretty well like this. It's got the same wheels on it. This is kind of a shapeless Hot Wheels car, but my camera's all unfocused. There. Monte Carlo concept car, 1998. And I threw it on the ground. I can just barely see the Monte Carlo headlights. There's a Chevy bow tie down there. I can see from the back I can really see Monte Carlo. But from the front, the headlights just aren't cast in there good enough that you can really see them very well. But he had the guy had one of these. It was green and a red one. I chose the red one. I was not going to get both of them just because I didn't need to. Here we've got Jeff Gordon in the big 24 DuPont Monte Carlo. And we've got DuPont and Quaker State. And it's missing a tire, so he won't be going anywhere. This one's made by Action. It's got 3 other tires. Maybe I'll rob a tire off of a old beat up car and put it on here. I've got a bunch of Action brand NASCARs. Well, I had an Avalanche. Here, oh dear. I think your windshield is smashed. And now I popped it out of place. There. Fixed it. Chevelle. That's what this is. This is an old convertible Chevelle. And it's got white, oh dear. I have to work on that windshield. It went back down. But there's the interior. And a Super Sport 454 badge on the side of it there. Year, I think it's a 70. Yep, 70 Chevelle Super Sport. I like that one. That's nice. Here, this looks like an old Matchbox car. It's kind of a futuristic, an old but futuristic type car. Got a big scoop on the top there. Whatever you want to call it. Air scoop, it's called sometimes. There's the back of it. Sorry, I had it too high. It's got gas caps. I guess that's what that circle is. So it's got them on both sides. Anyway, it's a race car of some kind. From 1971. Okay, this is a Lesney. Harry Hustler. No idea where Lesney came up with that name, but I like it. Stick with Matchbox cars here for a second. We have a Lamborghini Countach. And this one, I forget what these wheels are called. These are some kind of special wheels on this car. They're factory wheel, they're stock wheels for the Matchbox car. I just don't remember what they're called. So 1985 Lamborghini Countach LP 500S. It's got blue interior in it. It's got some metallic in the paint, although it's hard to see because it's kind of a dirty. It needs some cleaning. And you can see the chrome or reflective, whatever it was, is about wore off the wheels. Rolls good though. They're not rubber tires like I thought they were at first. Another sporty car here. I don't know what this is, but it looks old. What's the back of it say? Back of it says Toyota. That's what I don't know. That's why I don't recognize it. EX7. Toyota EX7. Look at that steering wheel. By Tomica. This is a 1974 Toyota EX7. That's why I don't know what it is. Because I don't know a whole lot about old Toyotas to begin with, so I know I wouldn't recognize one of these things. It's cool though, because it's different. It'd be a good one to paint up. Different color. I don't know if I'd do it red again or if it would end up being a different color. But I don't know, that'd be a fun one to mess around with. Here we've got a that's not what I thought it was. I thought it was an Amigo, but it's not. I don't know what it is. Land Rover. It's a Land Rover Freelander 1998. Doesn't have much paint left on it. The hood is completely gone. Or the paint on the hood's completely gone. And on the top. But as you can see, it says Canyon Base. And it's got turquoise interior and turquoise fender flares on it. Nice little off-roader. Got some suspension to it. Here's another Volvo. Another SUV type of car. I like Volvos because the tail lights go all the way to the top. I've always thought that was neat. Here's the front of it. This, I'm not very good with these. This is a Volvo XC90. When they get to be numbers and things, I'm not all that great with, you know, remembering what jumble of numbers they decided to call the car. Like all the new Cadillacs are all a bunch of, you know, CTS and stuff like that. When they get to be like that, I get kind of confused. I jumble up all the letters. Anyway, there's a Hot Wheels logo on the back of this car. I forget what Hot Wheels called this car, and it's missing the headlights on it. I've got one of these. But it's a T-bucket. It's a Ford T-bucket. It's missing the windshield, which looks like it was purple. And that's it. I can, if I can't find the if I can't find the piece for this, I'll just paint this white spot silver and it won't have any headlights. Because I've got one of those cars that I broke the windshield off of as well. It's very easy to break off. Here's a Corvette. A ZR1 Corvette from Hot Wheels, because I recognize these wheels it's got there, and they're not wanting to roll very good for me. But anyway, it's a 1983 custom Corvette. Copyright's 1988. So they're pretty color. I wish it wasn't so chipped up. It'd look nice on the shelf, but the paint's kind of chipped on it. I don't know. It might go with the other Vets, it might not. And the last one in this box, and sorry, this one ran a little long. It's 52 minutes. But we've got an old beater Ford F-150. It's got like tiger stripes on it. What's that say? Garcus? G-A-R-C-U-S? Garcus Construction. There's the back of it. Yeah, I think that's a G. Garcus. Oh, I get it. Okay. I bet the orange stripes are supposed to represent the little caution tape, reflective stuff they use. This is a 1997 Ford F-150. There's a spare tire. Looks like it had at one time some kind of tampo, decal, whatever you want to call it, on the hood there, because you can just vaguely see something. So there's the pile of cars in front of the Marsh sign. Just remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And of course, if you have any questions about these cars, just leave them in the comments below. So thanks for watching, if you stuck till the end. I know this is a fairly long video for most of my reviews, but I just thought I'd show you what I got. That didn't come in there. So everything but that came in there. So like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.